this morning's Business Insight, Election Day is just a week from Tuesday, and the Greater Cincinnati Foundation is hoping it's more than the presidential race that draws you to the polls. GCF is one of the largest community foundations in the U.S. with assets of more than $540 million. The foundation is endorsing both Issue 44, the Cincinnati Public Schools levy, and Issue 53 for the renewal of the Hamilton County Children's Services levy. Greater Cincinnati Foundation President and CEO Ellen Katz is with Business Courier publisher Jamie Smith in the studio to talk about why. Jamie and Ellen.
Thanks, Kelly. Ellen, thanks for being in today.
My pleasure.
Now, we talk a lot about GCF in the pages of the Business Courier, and a lot of people talk about it. But tell us a little bit about what role you play in the business community's success.
Good question. Because people might not realize really how much we do in terms of inspiring economic development and job creation in the community,
right.
Making significant investments, in fact, impact investments, and also grants to places like Cincy Tech, UpTech, Centrifuge. We were really instrumental in getting the Minority Business Accelerator started up at the Chamber, and making grants to places like Partners for a Competitive Workforce that are really helping people get into jobs, to help reduce some of the disparities too that are existing in the community in terms of opportunity.
Well, can you give me some examples, some of those disparities that we see that you really drive you guys to do what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously we know from the work of the Child Poverty Collaborative that poverty continues to be a fairly intractable issue for us in this community. Close to 1 in 2 children in Cincinnati live in poverty. So huge issues there, and I think so many of us are familiar with the State of Black Cincinnati report, and how while we're seeing this amazing renaissance in this community, it's not happening for everyone, and in particular African American people in this community are really falling behind. So lots of issues that we're looking at to make sure that all the wonderful things that we're experiencing are happening for everyone.
Yeah, that's great. Now, as Kelly mentioned, GCF is endorsing Issue 44 for the public schools and Issue 53 for Hamilton County Children's Services. Talk a little bit about why and what that means.
Yeah, huge year politically for kids in our community.
Absolutely.
Really exciting. So Issue 44 obviously is an attempt to get kids off to an equal start, which immediately begins to shrink disparities in the community by providing opportunities for all kids to access preschool. So very innovative for our community. We're really excited about it, and really the efforts that came out of the Preschool Promise in Cincinnati Public are a direct result of the intersection between Strive, our Cradle to Career initiative in the community, and Success by 6. So we really feel like helping kids out with an equal start is going to create better equal footing over time.
Yeah. Well, don't you think that says a lot about Cincinnati that Preschool Promise and the CPS got together? Because I mean, it originally started out as 2 different initiatives, I believe, right?
Absolutely.
And so I think if we all get together and collaborate a little bit, it only makes for the betterment.
And the
for all
business
of us.
community was really involved in that
Absolutely.
effort as well. Just really behind this effort, wants to see the success and truly understands how early childhood and early learning is really, really important to the future of this community.
That's great. Now, I think it was just about a year ago that you started in this role, correct?
A little more.
Any exciting things there that you've seen or that you found or you want to tell us about?
Yeah, it's been great. Just in this year, GCF surpassed its $1 billion mark in making contributions to the community, which is amazing. And last year, we saw a record amount of gifts coming into GCF, where really generous people in this community are contributing to funds. So $99.5 million in and $101 million out in grants to the community.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
amazingly
incredible.
Generous town we live in.
When you think about philanthropy and you think about giving, sometimes you don't draw that line to economic impact. I mean, I don't. I think about, well, it's great, it's nice, it's helping somebody, but you don't think always about the impact. So it's good that you point that out and that it is such an important element in the process.
Sure is.
Well, listen, thanks again for being on the show, and we'll hope to have you on again, and we'll just continue the conversation.
Good. See you soon.
All right, thanks.